There is a moment every gardener dreads. Cucumber vines collapse, tomato leaves yellow and curl, flowers drop, growth stalls, and, well, no matter how much water you give, the plants look finished. What shocked me wasn't how bad they looked. It was how fast they came back after one specific feeding. Within days, new growth appeared. Within weeks, harvests exploded. This wasn't a miracle product or a chemical rescue. It was a biological feeding that reactivated the soil and forced the plants back into production when they looked beyond saving. This method works because it doesn't try to push plants with nutrients. It rebuilds the underground system that feeds them. Once you understand that, reviving struggling cucumbers and tomatoes becomes predictable, not luck-based. Why cucumbers and tomatoes crash mid-season? You see, cucumbers and tomatoes are heavy feeders with shallow, fast-growing roots. Early in the season, soil nutrients are plentiful and microbial life is active. But as plants grow, they deplete available nitrogen, potassium, calcium, and trace minerals. At the same time, frequent watering compacts soil and washes nutrients below the root zone. When soil biology collapses, plants starve even when fertilizer is present. Roots lose access to nutrients, water uptake slows, and, well, stress hormones take over. The plant stops producing because, survival becomes the priority. Revival only happens when soil life is restored first. It's the feeding that reactivates soil, instead of just forcing growth. Most gardeners respond by adding stronger fertilizer, but that often finishes the plant instead of saving it. What stress plants actually need is microbial support, not nutrient overload. This feeding combines a gentle carbon source, a microbial activator, and slow-release minerals. Together, they wake up soil organisms, unlock nutrients already present, and restore root function without shock. Once microbes are active again, plants recover on their own. The exact feeding formula that triggers recovery. All right, so using a clean bucket or watering can, you'll want to mix the following. Add 1 tablespoon of unsulfured molasses to 10 litres of non-chlorinated water. Molasses, you see, provides immediate energy for beneficial bacteria and fungi. Next, add 1 teaspoon of fish, hydrolysate or liquid fish fertilizer. This supplies amino acids and trace minerals without burning roots. Add 1 teaspoon of finely powdered eggshell or liquid calcium if blossom drop or weak stems are present. Stir thoroughly and let the mixture sit for 20 to 30 minutes before use. This allows microbes to activate. So, you want to apply this directly to the soil around the root zone, not on the leaves. For cucumbers, use about 500 millilitres per plant, and for tomatoes, use 1 litre per plant. Now, you should apply this once every 10 to 14 days, definitely not more often than that. Why does this feeding revive plants that, well, others might simply give up on? Now, molasses, it actually feeds the microbes, not the plants themselves. As microbial populations grow, they start converting those locked nutrients into forms that plants can, actually use. Fish hydrolysate, well, it supplies nitrogen in a slow, usable form, and at the same time it also feeds the fungi. Calcium stabilizes cell walls, allowing new growth to form without collapse. This combination restores the soil food web. When roots reconnect with active microbes, nutrient flow resumes and growth restarts naturally. That's why, plants that look dead suddenly push new shoots and flowers. Timing matters more than quantity, really. This feeding works best when applied during the cooler parts of the day. Applying in the early morning or late evening helps prevent microbial damage from heat, and, well, it also reduces evaporation. Never apply to completely dry soil. If needed, just lightly water first. Moist soil allows microbes to move and colonize root zones faster, making the whole process much more effective. Overfeeding does not speed recovery. One correct application outperforms multiple weak ones. What recovery looks like in the first week? Within 3 to 5 days, leaf colour deepens. New growth points appear at the vine tips and leaf joints, signalling another stage of development. Now, tomatoes begin forming fresh flower clusters, which is always a delightful sight, really. Cucumbers, meanwhile, push out new tendrils and side shoots, continuing their steady expansion. This early response tells you the soil is waking up. The plant is no longer in survival mode. By the second week, fruit set improves dramatically and growth becomes steady instead of erratic. So, why do chemical fertilizers fail in this situation? Well, chemical fertilizers bypass soil biology and deliver nutrients directly, which honestly just isn't sustainable for the long run. In stressed plants, roots simply cannot absorb them efficiently, making the whole process a bit problematic. Excess salts build up, damaging root hairs and in turn further reducing uptake. It's a bit of a vicious cycle, really. This feeding avoids that trap by restoring the system that feeds the plant naturally. Healthy soil regulates nutrient flow, preventing burn and imbalance. How to support the feeding for long-term harvests. Mulching after feeding helps lock in moisture and protect microbial populations. So, use straw, shredded leaves or composted material. And really, you should avoid bare soil at all costs. It's best to reduce overhead watering. Drip or soil-level watering keeps microbes active and, prevents disease pressure on recovering plants. Remove severely damaged leaves to redirect energy into new growth. Why this works even late in the season is, well, as long as temperatures remain within the growing range, cucumbers and tomatoes can actually rebound. This feeding doesn't force rapid leaf growth. Instead, it restores balance, allowing plants to continue producing right up until the natural seasonal decline. Many gardeners are, honestly, shocked not just by the recovery, but by how long plants continue producing afterward. Now, here's the lesson most gardeners never learn. You know, plants rarely die from lack of fertilizer. They fail when soil life collapses. Fix the soil, and, well, plants fix themselves. This feeding works because it respects that truth. If this method helped you rethink plant recovery, go ahead and subscribe to Nature's Blueprint. Share this with a fellow gardener and keep building soil that works with you, not against you.